The Egyptian pyramids are legitimate and truly fascinating architectural heritage. They are the only remaining structures of the seven wonders of the ancient world described in texts that still stand today, and they may still be standing due to some mysterious force. Hello everyone! There are many legends and myths surrounding the pyramids. For example, some claim that scientists don't know how the pyramids were built, or that they were impossible to construct with ancient technology. But is this really true? Welcome to our channel. Let's think about it together starting now. So let's begin. Music. Would it be aliens? First, let's address some of the common myths often found in occult books and conspiracy theories. These theories are often contradictory, and we don't have time to refute them in detail. However, we would like to highlight some common aspects among them. One of the main popular myths is that the pyramids were built tens of thousands of years ago. However, the most famous pyramid complex, known as the Giza Pyramid Complex, which includes the pyramids of Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, was actually built between the 26th and 23rd centuries BCE. This date has been confirmed archaeologically and is recorded in ancient documents. Another popular belief is that the pyramids appeared out of nowhere, with no quarries found for construction materials or any traces of their construction work. However, as we will discuss shortly, quarries have been found. Additionally, the Egyptians had plenty of time to perfect their skills. This is evidenced by the existence of smaller pyramids known as mastabas, many of which are much older than the Giza Pyramid Complex. The occultists often talk about the complexity or perfection of the pyramids. There's no doubt that the pyramids have an impressive aspect and a beautiful appearance. However, from a technical standpoint, they are not overly complex. Basically, the Egyptians imitated the shape of hills and mountains, using nature as their reference. Detailed photographs clearly show significant gaps between the blocks, which are also uneven in shape and size. Without diminishing the pyramid's significance, objectively speaking, the temples and palaces built in ancient Greece, Rome, and Eastern countries were much more architecturally complex and comprehensive. Moreover, the Gothic cathedrals of medieval Europe have even more intricate structures. Now, let's address the question: why did the Egyptians stop building pyramids? The usual response used by occultists is that the Egyptians never built any pyramids, and they were all constructed by Atlanteans or aliens. However, the real answer is much simpler. It likely occurred because architectural styles changed, just as Gothic temples are no longer being built today. By the way, returning to the subject of complexity and perfection, from an engineering perspective, later Egyptian architectural remains demonstrate much more complex structures than the pyramids. A popular theory is that the pyramids were built by slaves. This theory is not occultist, but it is often propagated by the media. In reality, free inhabitants were involved in the construction, fulfilling part of their labor duties. Moreover, several sources indicate that they received reasonable compensation in return. Regarding the claim that they were impossible to build, there are many references to pyramid construction in ancient Egyptian literature. Unfortunately, however, there isn't as much information about specific construction methods. This is for the same reasons why, in modern times, although the construction of large infrastructure facilities is sometimes reported as completed, the press does not go into details about their technical aspects. This is because there is no one who will truly understand or be interested in them, except for experts. Another obstacle to disclosing construction methods is the fact that, as the pyramids were sacred sites, the grounds were completely cleared after construction was finished. Fortunately, there is an unfinished pyramid where traces of various work tools have been found nearby, as well as a quarry from which materials were extracted, and a road used to transport the blocks. The material used in the pyramids is mostly limestone, which is a soft stone that can be easily worked with copper or bronze saws. Large blocks were crushed using heavy stone hammers. Many of these work tools have been found in Egyptian quarries. Hard stones like granite were rarely used because they were difficult to work with using the technical standards of the time. However, it is known that the Egyptians used wooden wedges with water inflations to break pieces of granite. Work vestiges using this technique are often found in the pyramids of King Menkaure, among others. In other words, it wasn't very difficult to extract and process the stone, especially when precision wasn't required. Moreover, contrary to popular belief, mortar was used in the construction of the pyramids. It was generously poured between the stones. One particular difficulty, however, was the transportation of the stone blocks. It seems that different methods were used to transport blocks, depending on the materials and locations. It is known, for example, that the blocks used in the construction of the pyramids of Khafra were transported by small boats along the Nile. Evidence of this was found in an ancient document discovered in 2013, believed to be the work diary of a team responsible for transporting large blocks from the quarry, located approximately 12 kilometers from the pyramid. Around 40 people were working in this team, led by a man named Merrill. Apparently, this person wrote the diary. He would probably be surprised to discover that 4,500 years later, people would say it was impossible to accomplish what he did, and that he must have been an alien. It has also been confirmed that sleds were used to drag the blocks. There are drawings showing people moving heavy statues and stones in this manner. It was undoubtedly strenuous work, but the pharaohs did not lack labor. For example, a wall painting shows 172 men dragging a 60-ton statue. The third challenge was to place the blocks at the top of the under-construction pyramid. An inclined ramp was used for this purpose. The blocks were transported up the ramp through leverage and the muscular strength of many people. This is also evidenced by wall paintings, some of which depict the process, and traces of wood have been found everywhere. This explains why different stones were used in the pyramids. Heavier blocks were typically placed at the foundations, while smaller blocks were used as the structure rose. The only unresolved question at the moment concerns the large stones known as pyramidions, which were placed on top of all pyramids. Some pyramids have pyramidions while others do not. These pyramidions can weigh up to 10 tons, and the technique used to transport them to the top remains a mystery. It is possible that wooden structures were assembled in the form of a cabin and suspended, but it is unlikely that any alien technology was involved. Even without such technology, the Egyptians successfully completed the manufacturing process. This process naturally required a tremendous amount of labor. However, as mentioned earlier, the pharaohs did not suffer from a labor shortage. Based on real documents from ancient Egypt, experts have estimated that between 30,000 and 50,000 people were involved in the construction of the pyramids of Khufu. That concludes this video. Thank you all for your attention. We hope you enjoyed this video. We were pleased to be able to show you what scientists actually know about the construction of pyramids. Please subscribe, like our channel, and don't forget to share this video on your social media. Please help us develop this channel.